catch, shoot the three of the big guy on him, and it's good. She'll catch, shoot a three off the wing, and it's good.
Touchdown, Yellow Jacket!
Welcome to the Yellow Jacket Report. I'm your host, Abby Siekman. In today's episode, we will be talking with Director of Triathlon, Colleen Mischke, Head Soccer Coach, Robert Blake, and Head Cross Country Coach, Scott Walkinshaw. We will be talking to them about what they've been doing for the upcoming season and how to prepare. Joining me now is Colleen Mischke. How's it going, Colleen?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. So with triathlon being in its second year, how are you feeling about the team?
You know, we're really excited to see what this group of ladies can do. It's our second year. Last year was a little crazy. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare and get ready, find a team, that sort of thing. So this year, we really feel a lot better. We've had more time to decide what we're gonna do. We've had more training for sure, which has been huge. We had 3 weeks instead of 1 week, 2 weeks last year. And the women themselves know what to expect, so it's a little less hectic this year. It's a little more prepared.
Awesome, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
And you've already attended a triathlon. How's the team, how are the athletes feeling, and how are they doing so far?
Yeah, we feel really good about how they're doing. We actually split the team into 2 events, so they've all been to one, but it was at 2 different places. So our returners, Kate Griffin and Katie Christy, went to the regional qualifier, which is to make it to the nationals, and they did really well there. It was a little odd setup, but they've been there before. They knew what to expect, and they did really, really well. They were top half of the group, I believe, in that group. The other 4 athletes went to Angostura, a local place. We were excited, got a little shout out for BH Triathlon, get the word spread in South Dakota, so that was nice. And most of them were first timers, so it was really nice to see that they're prepared. They now know what a triathlon is. They know how to go from the swim to the bike to the run and transition and finally experience that. So they've got some nerves out of the way there and some, what the heck am I gonna do? Now they kind of know. So they're much better prepared after this. So we were excited, they did well.
Good. And could you just tell us a little bit about the Tri-It event that you guys host and do within the community?
Yeah, this is our second year, our second fall event. We have a Just Try It mini triathlon that we do in the fall and in the spring. So this is the 3rd time we have the event, but the 2nd for the fall. It'll be September 25th at 9 a.m. Anybody can do it. It's half the distance of what our women do. So it's a 300-yard swim, which is 6 laps in our pool. And then they'll run out to bikes, and they'll bike from campus towards Crow Peak and back. It's a 6-mile bike. And then they will do a run that's around campus, so it'll be a 1.5-mile run. So it's a mini triathlon, half the distance we do, but we're inviting folks to compete as a team or as individuals. Last year we had some 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds do it, and we had some 50 or 60-year-olds do it, so anybody's invited. So we're welcoming anybody and everybody to help get the word out about triathlon and what it is, and to raise a little bit of money for the team.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Can you tell us too about the team just participating in so many different volunteer projects here, just around the town and the state?
Yeah. For us, it's kind of twofold. At BH, we really feel like being involved in your community as a whole is very important, so we encourage all of our athletes to do it. For triathlon, we feel like it's particularly important because we're new. People don't know that we have a women's team. They don't know what's involved, so the more we can get out and work with the community, work with kids, be a part and help out, the more we feel like that will help people learn what triathlon is and who we are, and honestly our women love doing it. We went to the Animal Life Sanctuary last year and they loved scooping the animals' poop, really. It was kind of gross, but they had a great time. They're helping out at the schools, just a bunch of general events, but they really love helping out, and like I said, it really helps our program grow.
Well, it's good for them to get out there.
Yeah.
And what is the main goal for the season for the team and maybe even some of the individuals, but the team mainly in general, what their main goal is?
For us, it would definitely be to make that national meet in New Orleans this year. We only have It's November 5th, so we don't have a long season to do it. It's to get several of those girls qualified. If we could get 3 to make a team, we would love to do it. Last year we took 3. None of them finished. They all got lapped out because it was so competitive. So this year our goal is to make it there again, but then to get our team through and not get lapped out, to really show off BH Triathlon.
Colleen, can you just give us a rundown of the team, the coaching staff, the returning athletes and the newcomers that have all come into the triathlon program?
Absolutely. We have a real great group, honestly, starting with the coaching staff. Our head coach is Amber Schwab, and she's part-time staff here, so she is really balancing things with a full-time job elsewhere. She just had a little one and an older daughter, so family, trying to balance that. And then she's here writing the workouts, traveling with the girls, giving them suggestions. She had done triathlons in the past and was pretty successful at it, so we're really excited to have her, and so energetic she is. It's great. Helping her out this year, we have an assistant coach, Connie Feist, who kind of, she focuses on the running portion. She's been a marathoner, a real runner all her life, owned a shop up in Minot, North Dakota before she moved down here, so she's retired and just kind of hanging out with us and really helping improve the girls on the running side of things. She's mixed in, we've gone from long runs to some interval running and has really helped their speed. We can tell a huge difference from last year to this year already in that run portion of it. And then we recently added assistant basketball coach Nate Vogel's wife. Her name is Tracy. She's a BH alum. Works in our admissions office, but she was an elite cyclist in St. Louis, Missouri, where they moved from. So we are really, really lucky to have her on board to give us her insights and expertise on the bike. So we've kind of got everything pieced together between those 3 women, really helping the athletes. So we're really, really excited about that staff. I can run down the team real quick. Our returners, Kate Griffin, she's our senior, although this is only her 2nd year of triathlon. Also a member of the track and field team, which is great. So she's kind of coming from both sides of things and doing really, really well. She's our lead triathlete right now. And then Katie Christy from Minnesota is a sophomore. Katie came last year, had never done a triathlon before, like most of our gals, and has really made great improvements. So she's our number 2 triathlete. She and Kate went up to the regional meet in Illinois last week, did really, really well there. Then we're looking at Kaylee Lamb is a junior. She's also a returner in her 2nd year. Really made vast improvements, Kaylee has. She's so energetic. She's worked so very hard to come where she has. She could barely swim last year when we first got in the pool, and now she's really doing a great job and has made great, great improvements. And then we have 3 newcomers. A couple of them joined us in the spring. Sage Riss is from Gillette, so a little bit local gal. She was a swimmer. So she's bringing her swim expertise, which was really, really important to get off to a great start in triathlon. So she's leading the way for our swimmers. She's probably our top swimmer right now. And then we have Krista Stinebaugh. She's actually a senior. She's only going to be with us this semester. She joined us in the spring as well. Another swimmer, so her and Sage are leading the pack, doing a great job, really helping pull our other gals through. Like I said, she'd be with us one semester, but she's really, really helping our team out. And then our other newcomer is Taylor Emils. She is a junior, I believe, in school, but 1st year for triathlon. She joined us really, really late in the spring, so was only with us a couple weeks. So most of the work she's done has been on her own. Has a running background and is a pretty decent swimmer. She was a lifeguard, so has a little bit coming into that, but she's really done a great job as well. Never having done a triathlon, this past weekend was her first one, and she did a great job for her first time out. And then we actually picked up 1 other gal, so we have 7, and she's brand new. She's been with us about a week. Her name's Kaylee Schmidt. She's a swimmer and a runner, so we're just going to throw her on that bike as well, and I think she'll do a great job. She's been really, really excited to start out. I hear she's doing a great job and really pushing the other gals, so I think she'll be a great addition to our team. And we're always looking for new people, so if there's folks out there watching this, they can give me a call and join us too.
Well, it sounds like you have a pretty well-diverse team there, Colleen. Well, thank you for joining us. and talking with us a little bit about triathlon and what the program entails here at BH. Please stay tuned. We have more coming up right after this.
Truck buyers know there's only one place for your next four-wheel drive truck, Junix and Spearfish. Find a great selection of Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500s with hometown pricing. For your next Ram truck, look to Junix on West Jackson and Spearfish.
Welcome back to the Yellow Jacket Report. Joining me now is head soccer coach Robert Blake. How's it going, Coach?
It's good. Thank you for having me.
This is the first time that soccer has been brought to Black Hills State. How do you feel starting the new program?
To be honest with you, I couldn't be happier. Honored, lucky, any word that you want to use to describe that kind of stuff is, I'm overwhelmed with excitement. I'm actually really stoked that we actually started. You know, it's been a year in the process, and to actually get on the field, have those first practices, get those games in. I can't say thank you enough to the staff that brought me on, and I can't say thank you enough to BHSU in general for giving me an opportunity.
And what are your main focus areas with the team this year to reach your goals?
We have to improve tactically. The step up from the step up from high school to college is a major transition for a lot of these girls, and so tactically is one of our goals to improve the way we play, how we play, and the right personnel in the right place, but then also to make sure that we're getting results at the same time. We can't just play well and then not have results too, but that's a step by step. We know it's going to be a journey. We know we've got a lot of bumps along the way. That's the learning process with having 15 freshmen on the team that we all have to get over and get over that hump quickly.
And now that the team has a few games under their belt from last weekend, where do you see the team going from here, and what have you noticed that's needed improvement? Where are you guys doing well? Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Cool, yeah. First few games didn't exactly go to plan, but we played 3 games in 4 days, and you could just see the girls are all tired. So conditioning might be a first one to start with. We have to get better fitness, but we feel that having fitness going into conference is better than having it going into non-conference games. So I didn't want to burn out any of the kids before we started conference. From their performances in general, there was a lot of good things. We keep the ball very, very well. We can move it around. Even against one of the top 30 teams in the country at Minot State, they knew where we were going to pass, and we were still able to do what we wanted anyway. So that shows a lot about our technical ability on the team, and the fact that we have built up our understanding of tactics at this level and what it takes intensity-wise and pace-wise and all that kind of stuff for soccer. Going forward, we still have a few gaps that we have to fill, but we knew that day by day, step by step, it was going to be a process. So not everything's going to come overnight. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. I guess I wasn't on that particular job, but we'll take it step by step, day by day, and we will look at every video that we have, and the girls know that we've still got stuff to work on, and that it will come. Take its time, but it will come.
Take it day by day, right?
Yeah.
How has recruiting locally been affected on the team, or has it affected the team in any way in regards to the talent and things like that?
I think we have to look at it 2 different ways. actually even 3 different ways. There's one way we still have to see yet because we haven't played a home game, so we don't know how many people are going to turn out to see their older sister, cousin, whatever, family member, and even just a general friend that they knew in high school. And then we look at it one way, as in our games we just played, we had parents follow us all over, just those local parents that came and drove to give us support at every game we played, which was stupendous, to be honest with you. And then we look at it for recruiting standpoints. If I'm honest with you, I've had girls contact me that want to come back this way because they've gone away for school and then they've known or know girls on the team and they want to come back and play with them because they see that we're doing things locally and they like who we have in, and they just want to be back in the Black Hills and know that they'll be given a chance with us at BH.
And what would you like to see from the athletes by the end of the season in regards to like conditioning, their talents, things like that?
I think is buying into the whole system, everything that we're trying to throw at them. We have things that we do every single day, and it comes down to something that I call PFACs, which is perfection, faith, accountability, communication, team, and sisterhood. And without giving too much detail, we talk about those things every single day, and they build into everything that we do. The biggest one for us is team, and doing for your team exactly what you would expect the team to do for you, and putting the team first and nothing but the team, and it's everything for the team. And that is something that we embody on a day-to-day basis. For example, we had a bit of a punishment that required the girls to go above and beyond in some of their exercises, and one of the girls wasn't quite there in terms of the number that we needed to get at, and the rest of the team took it upon themselves to all take a piece of the exercise or punishment and make sure that she was caught up, so all the team finished everything that we needed. So it's those little things that we work on every single day and talk about all the time that will be the biggest thing that we'll take out and want the girls to take out from this season.
So they're starting to be more in sync now.
Yes.
and kind of working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to see. And what are your guys' goals for the season to be, to reach by the end of the season, whether it be, a certain record or things like that?
We set the goal of trying to get to a 500 record. Our conference is pretty strong, so it's going to take a lot of work for us to get to that way. We can still do that. I have full faith in our ability to be able to do that. We just got to clean up some areas and we'll be good. Other than that, it was to have the best academic record in the office, which I have no doubt that we will be there or be thereabouts with the amount of academic talent that we have on this team, the hard work these girls put in. If you saw the bus last night, we didn't get in till 1:15 a.m. and the whole way there and the whole way back, the team were complaining that they couldn't get on Wi-Fi quick enough to be able to do their homework for research and all that kind of stuff. So, looking down back at the bus to see girls with their laptops on and headphones in and taking notes and writing stuff down is exactly what I'm looking for from as one of our goals.
Well, thanks, Coach. We will continue to follow the soccer team and see how you guys progress through the season. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
There's a lot of things that go into building a successful car dealership. It starts with a great product. Ford, the best-selling automotive brand in America. A sales staff that understands the product inside and out. And a service department with highly trained technicians. All these parts working together make up White's Canyon Ford in Spearfish. Winner of both the President's Award and one Ford Elite Award from the Ford Motor Company for 3 consecutive years. Ranking us as one of the top 60 Ford stores in America for sales and service satisfaction.
Today's car shoppers are smarter than ever. That's why Junix and Spearfish developed hometown pricing. We price our
vehicles against the competition so you save time and money. Our vehicles are repriced weekly, so check back to get the best deal at Junix on West Jackson in Spearfish.
Welcome back to the Yellow Jacket Report. Joining us now is head cross-country coach Scott Walkinshaw. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Abby.
And can you tell us what your thoughts are on the season this year for both the men and women team?
Well, we're just excited that we've got started. We had a meet this past Friday night and thought we ran fairly well. We were at Augustana Invite it was a twilight meet in Sioux Falls, and then we spent the night, got up, did a nice training run and headed back. But it's still early. It's early to race. We have a meet again tomorrow, but we've had some really good lead-up training coming into the season. Now, typically in the past, we've started after Labor Day or when the first day of school was, and this year we started on the 17th, so I feel we're quite a bit ahead of where we were. We've got the biggest team we've ever had at Black Hills State. We have some good returning runners. We have 6 of the top 7 from last year's national meet on the guy side. We have 6 women returning. We have 5 new freshmen or 5 new runners on both teams, and that includes Christine Thorne, who had an outstanding track season after basketball last year, and then 4 other women. And then on the men's side, we return probably the top 2 runners after losing Alec Baldwin are Kendall Murray and Jonah Tyson, and of course Jonah had the great track season.
And can you describe the training that those athletes and just the whole team in general go through to prepare for their season?
Well, it's we take advantage of the Black Hills. We take advantage of the geography here. We have a lot of variety in our runs. We do typically run twice a day, 2 to 3 times a week. We do strength training 2 to 3 times a week. And then as far as, it's important because of the volume of running that we get out on some dirt, some softer surface. And I've always felt that our program runs 70% on dirt, at least. My assistant coach, Scott Foley, he feels we're more on dirt than that. But, it's just important to get out and get on some soft surfaces. But as far as the area and the places that we train, we try to get to the Mickelson Trail. We've been there twice this year. We get over into Wyoming to Ranche. We run on Chicken Creek, Maitland Road. We go to Bell on the dirt road that goes beside Bell. And we can get a long, 12-miler in there. We run back from St. Ange on the dirt. And then we have some really great places to do some hills. We did our first hill workout on Tuesday, and we'll be doing hills for about 3 weeks. And again, we take bands. We just try to get out and get away from the hard pavement.
So there's a lot of training involved there. They do a lot of running. How does last year's season impact this season?
Well, last year's season was a special season with what had happened with Gage McSpadden, a 5th-year senior. And, the goals that were set by the men's team and what we accomplished were really pretty exciting. It was a tremendous year. Just everything went well. And the fact that we did that gave everybody a taste. I'm sure, the athletes individually are thinking that we'd like to get back. I think the confidence will carry over. I think the confidence will spread to the women's team. And, both programs are still trying to get better in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We're in just a tremendously tough conference. Our conference went 1-2 at the national meet last year, nationally. So it's just, it's a tough conference to compete in, but we just don't worry about that too much, other than we just try to be the best team that we can be.
And that's awesome. And talking about the conference, where do you guys look to finish this year in the RMAC?
It's hard to say. I'm not even sure what we were preseason ranked. I think we were ranked 5th on the men's side and 11th on the women. I'd be happy with those 2, but I think our goal would be to finish higher than those 2 performances or those 2 rankings. Again, I can't talk enough about how difficult our conference is. And we could finish 5th or 6th in the conference and possibly win some other conferences in D2. Because I feel we're a pretty decent team with both the men and the women. And we can run really well, but again, just there's a lot of talent in the conference.
How do you feel about hosting the RMAC Championships this year?
We're very excited. This will be the first year that we haven't competed over 6,000 feet, because we've been at Alamosa and Western where it's 75 plus, and New Mexico and Colorado Springs where it's been over 6. And that really proves to be a challenge to run at that altitude when we're only here at about 3,500 feet. So to run here, plus running at home, very excited about it.
So it must be pretty challenging coaching 2 different teams. How do you go about handling that?
It is challenging. It creates some challenges as far as practice goes. When we run from here or run on the track or do a workout just in this area, it's not a big issue. But when we travel out, for example, just getting out on some dirt roads, going over to Ranch A, going out to the Mickelson Trail, it does create some problems, only because we have a wide range of ability on the team when you consider the whole group, 36 athletes. And so some athletes are going to be running fairly long. On the Mickelson, we've had some guys go 15.5 miles this year, and we're going to have some that are going to be around 8 to 10 for their long run. So they just, they have to wait, but they like each other, they support each other, and it really hasn't been an issue. As far as, the success of both teams, it was a little rough last year because our men's team was so competitive and the women's team wasn't as strong. And, coaches, whether they want to or not, you're going to end up, you're going to spend a lot of time coaching those athletes that are getting things done. And in this case, this year, I feel good about it because our women's team is much improved. Our men's team, we have 6 of the 7 guys that ran at Nationals. We have, again, I mentioned the freshman coming in and a transfer. So I've always liked both teams. Our women's team here won 12 out of 13 conference titles, and our men won 10 out of 12. So, the last time at the last national meet, our women were 3rd when we were NAI. So, we want both teams to be really, really good.
So it sounds like, there's a lot involved there. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
We look forward to following you throughout the season. Stick around, we will have more Yellow Jacket Report after this.
Here at Quick Signs, we can make canvas prints to vehicle wraps to anything in between. We have an experienced design team that can start a project from scratch, or we can enhance an existing one. A wrap can be used to advertise your business with minimal maintenance. You can either wrap your trailer, you can wrap your vehicle, or anything that you want to help get your message across. At Quick Signs, we have a high quality standard for our products. We expect that our customers have the same standards when it comes to their marketing materials that they want to provide to their customers.
Commitment puts you above everything else. It looks you straight in the eye. Commitment pledges to see you through to the end, to support you, to be that reassuring face in the crowd, the one who's always there. First Interstate Bank. That's what commitment looks like.
Welcome back. Today we have a special video we would like to share with you. This past weekend, Black Hills State University Cross Country hosted a memorial run dedicated to their teammate and friend, Gage McSpadden. This event has raised funds for the Gage McSpadden Athletic Scholarship and has been used as a reminder of a great athlete and a great friend, Gage McSpadden. Enjoy.
When Gage was growing up, he was a skinny, goofy little kid who had knobby knees and ran really funny and loved to talk. And he would talk to anybody in the world.
Growing up with him he was a bit of a character. I mean, he made me work all the time. I remember racing him one time when he was skinny, knob-kneed, like my dad was saying, and he was faster than me, actually, and I did not like that, so I just pushed him into the dirt. I remember so many times putting his face in manure when we get in fights. Our parents would leave him and I down at the barn together, which is the worst idea they could ever do, because I'm the bigger brother, I'm gonna do what the bigger brother does, and then I just said, please don't tell mom and dad after I beat up on him.
When Gage started running at Black Hills State, I was so excited. When Coach talked to us, he brought us into the office and he's sitting there telling us about all the pictures on the walls. And he looks and picks up this one, I believe her name was Nikki, and goes, this is Nikki. When she came here, she wasn't very good. And she worked really, really hard. And by the end, she won this, this, and this. And I look at you, Gage, like that. A 4-year project. Crushed Gage.
Yeah, we recruited Gage after the state high school meet. Talked to him when he was all done competing. And not a great runner in high school, but he had made up his mind that he wanted to continue running. And I think when he got here, he just realized what a challenge it was going to be. And instead of backing away, he just dug in. Very caring, sincere person that very likable. I tell people when you read the stories about him, they're all true. It was very difficult to get through the season last year without him, but it definitely gave our team some sort of extra motivation that might not have been there. He told his family many times that we were going to make it to the national meet, and he believed it. He was convinced that it was going to happen. And again, a very big challenge, and we were able to accomplish it. And there's no question that was accomplished for Gage McSpadden.
Gage talked to me about the national meet. Gage didn't think he was going to make it. He knew they were going to make it. And just flat said, get your tickets, Dad. We're going to nationals. Get them now. The boys on that team stepped up and came in 6th. Those young men took a tough thing and made it a great thing. I would like to thank Black Hills State University at every level for the way they have honored Gage's memory, and all the runners and everybody. The scholarship fund is unbelievable. Thanks to everybody out there. It tells you that you can make a difference in this world. No matter how long you're here, and a person needs to try to make a difference. Then I'm proud of the little guy.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you would like to watch this episode or any other videos, you can check out our YouTube page. And remember to access anything Yellow Jackets at bhsuathletics.com. Thank you for watching.